What's good, Plum Borough? I'm your pride and joy, your baby boy, Drew Bartow, alongside my co-host, Mike Devine.
What's going on?
And Justin Newman.
The fuck was that?
And show producer, the one and only Big Cat.
What's up, y'all?
We aim to entertain and educate more than 3 Plum residents by debating some of the trending topics in the borough, from school board and council happenings to business openings, conspiracy theories, and everything in between. Welcome to the Sour Plums podcast, friends. I want to welcome our guest host this week, Steve Lintelman. He is the runner-up of Plum Inside Scoop's second annual Spooky Spectacular and, importantly, the neighbor to Gregory Gangbanger Acero.
Whoa.
Welcome, Steve.
Whoa.
How's it going?
That was an intro.
That was pretty good.
Steve, tell our listeners about yourself a little bit.
Well, I grew up in Plum. I went to Plum High School. I moved away for about 9 years to Forest Hills. Moved back right before COVID, and now I kind of like to just be a sarcastic ass on the Plum community pages and decorate my house for Halloween.
When you said move away, I thought you were going to say like Ohio or Texas. You're like, I moved away to Forest Hills.
That's moving away. When you grew up in Plum, that's moving away.
Steve, which would you say you prefer, the forest or the hills?
Ooh, the hills. I like the hills.
Hills have eyes.
Yeah.
And we don't want to spend the whole episode on Greg, your neighbor Greg, who doesn't cut his lawn, but Greg is a very good friend of mine. I've known him for a long time.
Good guy.
And why I call him
not good at cutting his grass, though.
Not good at that. I call him Gangbanger because when he comes to Friendsgiving, and he's been doing that since our kids were in kindergarten together. And one time I was slightly to very inebriated, somewhere between slightly and very. And he starts telling me a story about how he grew up in the Bronx and he was a gangbanger when he's like, and I believed him. And I was so into this story. It was the best story. He has to come on the show and tell the story. I was so into it. And like 10 minutes into it, he's like, "No, I'm just fucking with you." Like I thought he was like, I believed them, and so that's why I call him Gangbanger. So just so you guys know the backstory of that a little bit. But I do want to start the program with some opening banter about the Fantasy Football League. Slim Jim Lawson got his first win
Big
of
dubs.
the season. 1-9, right? 1-9, I think it is.
Big dubs. Yep.
Wow.
What a day.
That's just a couple more, and he will still be in last place, but it won't look as bad. There were some big matchups this week, though. Big Cat beat me, of course. That's always big for Big Cat, I think.
It was close. It was close.
It was close. It was a 4-point game. It was close.
You were trying to give me that false sense of security. You were telling me that your team was injured and all your guys were dropping like flies, and then I beat you by like a half a point. 2 points.
Either of you guys
tough.
heard? It is tough. I was frustrated, but I love Big Cat, so
It feels good to win. So
I know. But have you guys ever prematurely conceded? Have you done that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm done. Like
I said to Big Cat, you know what? I think I should concede before the game even started. I do that strategically as like a.
I mean,
I saw straight through your tactic.
Yeah.
if you
I
go
knew
into
your
it
psychology.
and you played against Lamar Jackson and or Jamar Chase, I would have given up too.
Yeah. They weren't our. Now in one of my other leagues, I had Jamar Chase give me 81, and I was feeling pretty good Thursday night. But anybody here get Jamar chased?
No, that was your mom that got Jamar Chase.
That's sounds rough, but she did. You're right. My mom got Jamar chased,
and Lamar Jackson.
and I heard about it all weekend long. Like, Mom, you have no shot. Stop talking about it.
just
give up.
Worry about
this week.
focus on next week.
Yeah.
And she ain't getting a dub this week. I'm not letting Karen beat me. That's
Oh,
only
you're
you, buddy.
Oh,
Sorry, Karen. I'm not giving you a dub this week. No.
Oh gosh.
What about what'd you do this week, Mike?
Well, this week was a matchup of the show host. It was you versus Big Cat and me versus Justin.
Did you get the win?
He did.
I did. So listen, I'm a big believer in streaming your defenses and streaming your kickers. And I picked up Cardi. Never even heard of him before. Got him.
Rams kicker.
Rams kicker. He got me almost 21 points.
Oh my!
Yep.
And
that's what sunk me.
Buffalo's defense 19 points.
That's what sunk me.
Got to work
Wow.
those. But that kicker, he played Monday night, and I needed to win. And if Big Cat won, I needed to beat him by 2 points to take first place. And I got him, I think, by like 10. So we have a new number one.
All right.
Nice. Congrats,
Nice.
Mike.
Thank you,
Hey,
sir.
Drew and Justin might win during these games that we play on the podcast, but we win when it matters.
Yes, in fantasy. In fantasy, you win. Yeah, when it matters.
I saw your pages of printed guys' names. I know how serious you took it, Drew.
Yeah, I believe you read them. That's why you're doing so well. That's my opinion.
He stole your playbook.
He did. He did.
Pretty much.
That's a conspiracy.
Are you? Do you do fantasy, Steve?
I used to. I started off with one league, and I ended up by the time I finished, I had like 6 different leagues. And at one point, I was like, I got to be done. It's too much. I got too irritated. Lost too many games, and I was like, I'm out. I'm done forever.
Oh,
Just too much. That's adorable.
How many steps is the fantasy football addiction class? Like, is it 12 steps also?
It is 12 steps. Yeah.
You might have to have an intervention with a certain somebody.
I don't believe that I could quit it. I don't believe that I could quit it. I'm too deep.
Well,
I really
be fair,
do.
I was doing football and hockey is every day. So I had like 3 leagues of hockey and like 6 leagues of football. And it was just way too much at one time. So
Yeah,
That's a lot.
I had to get out.
I do want to mention that the Fantasy Football League, the Sour Plums Fantasy Football League, is sponsored by Salute Beer Distributor and Sports Cards every month. Christmas is coming up, so check out Sports Cards every month. And also, you're going to probably drink over the holidays if you want to spend any time with family. So hit up Salute Beer Distributor, and you'll thank them later, because the winners of our league are going to get gift cards to Salute and some prize boxes from Sports Cards every month. So thank you guys for sponsoring us. Hey, gents, what are we drinking tonight?
I am drinking my birthday gift from Jimmy McBride, Elijah Craig.
Never heard of him.
He's new to Plum. New to Plum. He just moved here. In my Star Wars bourbon glass.
What
Nice.
Star Wars is on it? Does it just say Star Wars or?
Or is
No,
it
it
the Death
says
Star?
it's a dangerous job. It's dangerous to go solo with.
I was hoping the Death Star was the ice cube. That would be pretty dope.
No, and I'm drawing a blank what that fighter jet is. I forget what it
can't
is.
really see
TIE
it very well.
Fighter? I can't see it to help you out there.
If it was Lord of the Rings, he'd know.
I
But-
like
Yeah,
how I'm
that's the
going, like,
Millennium
it's like
Falcon.
oh
It's the
yeah.
Millennium Falcon.
Is it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's the Millennium Falcon. So I'm drinking it is The Beast by Monster. It's called Peach Perfect. Never had it before. So again, we're gonna do the I'm gonna try it first for you guys, and we'll see if my face gives it away or not.
I love it. Let's do it.
Holy shit, that is delicious.
Oh, is that one of the alcoholic ones?
Yes.
I have.
The Beast Peach Perfect.
They
Nice.
make
I have a few of those
Monster
in my
with
basement.
alcohol.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's called The Beast. It is wow.
Where
that is
do you find this
delicious.
stuff? Because you introduced me to the Mountain Dews. Now there's Monsters.
So I got this actually as a freebie for doing Tough Mudder when they do it at the end of the race. This was what they gave us.
That's awesome.
This is delicious. 6%, 6% alcohol. Oh yeah, I'm in.
Sounds like I am too.
What are you drinking, Steve?
I am drinking some Maker's Mark, the Heart Release. It's a
Mm.
bottle
Ooh.
that just came out. It's chocolate, caramel, and maple. It's pretty good.
Whoa.
Nice. Big Cat.
I'm drinking Liquid Death. I'm actually really thirsty, so I was like waiting to drink. But it's Slaughterberry, which I have only had it once. It's iced tea and agave.
There you go, Big Cat. I'm drinking Turtles in Space. Last program, I think I drank Dinosaurs in Space. This is Turtles in Space. It's a New England IPA from Hop Farm. It's pretty delightful. So
Big fan of space.
big fan of space. Love it. Unless it's like Star Wars related. But so I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsors. Before I do, we have a brand new sponsor that we're excited to share with you, and I want Mike Devine to share that with you.
Yeah, we teased this on our Facebook page earlier this week. Staple and Plum, they've been here as long as I can remember, and I'm sure well before I moved here 30 some years ago. Nesbitt Lane's a new sponsor.
Yes,
Clap it up. Let's
awesome.
go.
Love Nesbitts. Love it. Love Nesbitts. Thank you
wanna
guys
talk
so
about
much.
How that happened by accident?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. What happened? What's the story?
I was driving by and I swear I saw on the neon sign it said Grammar Hammer. I was like, did we get a sponsor and I didn't realize it? And then I stopped and it's literally just a hammer that says Hammer, which apparently is a bowling ball brand.
Yep.
On like their LED, right above
Yes.
their entrance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Swore it was a Grammar Hammer. I was like, this is awesome. It's not a Grammar Hammer. It was just a regular hammer.
So
Happy
then 20 minutes later, I texted back and I said, "Hey, guess what? Now they're a sponsor."
Beautiful. That's how you run it. That's how you run it. Well, thank you to Continental Comb, Tresco Concrete, the Jen Mascaro Real Estate Team, the Lulo's Pizzeria, Salute Beer Distributor, Busy Little Me, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self-Storage, and of course, our newest sponsor, Nesbitt's Lanes. Continental Comb Barbershop, a traditional barbershop servicing the area since 1973. Up to date on all the new styles and cuts. Call 412-795-7555 and mention Sour Plums for $5 off any service.
Tresco Concrete, the best concrete products on the market. Ready-mix concrete delivered to your door, guaranteed to get hard or your money back. And as always, their concrete is all natural, no supplements, and always 100% Viagra-free.
The Jen Mascaro team proudly supports the Sour Plums podcast. When it comes to selling your home promptly and at peak value, look no further than the expertise of the Jen Mascaro team. With over a decade of industry experience, we guarantee to guide you seamlessly through the process. For personalized assistance, contact us at 412-607-6318 or email jen.mascaro@cbrealty.com.
The Lulo's Pizzeria, serving up quality food, good grace, and burnt pizza since 2016. Local and woman-owned, located at 415 Unity Center Road in Plum. Call 412-795-1229 and mention Sour Plums for 10% off your order of $10 or more. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We'll jump right into Plum Problems. This one is a personal plum problem, and it's been going on for like 6 months now. So I'm 96% sure I know who did this, and hats off to you. Somebody signed me up on every freaking website they could find, and I get call after call after call from tech schools, trade schools, people selling stuff. My phone rings off the hook all freaking day long with people wanting me to go to get my CDL license. They want me to go to Triangle Tech, whatever, all these damn places, and it rings morning, noon, and night. So
I have
good
my guess
job.
as who that was.
That's my same guess as well. I know you're talking about, but
We're
hats
not-
off.
We're going to keep this a secret. We're not going to tell who would think it is.
Isn't
I'm
it
not-
obvious who we think it is?
Yeah.
I know who I think it is.
Yeah. So, like
Maybe,
I said-
maybe, just maybe, their name might be mentioned later on in the show, or it might have already been mentioned, or we might hear
Oh.
from them.
No, we're not on the same page.
Oh, okay, then we're not on the same page.
Oh, we're not
All
on the
right.
same page.
No, we're not on the same page.
Oh,
No,
that where my money was going.
this is a real feud, and I think this is somebody that's really feuding with me right now. But I think they were being.
Wasn't Francesco?
It wasn't him.
Damn it!
Oh, like, is it from somebody who genuinely doesn't like you?
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't narrow the list down that much, but
All right, well then never mind. Yeah, that list is way too long. We'll be here all night for that. Never
Yeah.
mind. Moving on.
Yeah. That's my guess because timing from when it started works out with some things that happened. So
has that ever happened to anybody else on the program? Has anybody ever done that to you, spammed you in a way like that?
No.
No, I'm a firm believer in you put it out in the world, it's going to come back to you. So I would never do something like that.
at the time this happened, my car and my egg got my house and my car got egged.
Your egg got carded.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Jess's phone.
1987? What are we doing?
Yeah, right.
Jess's phone got spammed. Like I said, I'm 96% sure I know who did it, but seriously, like if one more tech school calls me, I am 44 years old. I don't want to go back to school. Leave me the hell alone.
Oh shit!
All right.
That's fun. What do you got, Steve?
All right. This is something that drives me absolutely insane daily. It is stop signs in this damn town. Nobody stops at them, and everyone rolls through them. People just act like they don't exist. The one at the top of Malabar and O Block, when they closed it, nobody felt like they had to stop anymore. Like, it doesn't mean that because the road's closed doesn't mean you don't have to stop anymore. And then especially the one too at Surfside and O Block. That's right by where I live. Every day, people just look, see if there's a cop, if I'm a cop, or if there's one around. If there's not, right through it. And parking by stop signs. There's one specifically, again, on Surfside. Somebody about halfway up parks their car about 3 feet from the stop sign. I think you guys might know who they are. It's a gathering of about 3 people.
Would that be kind of when you're not kind of near Catskill?
Yes, right across there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who lives there.
Not familiar. No.
Right next to
No.
the stop sign. Almost every day. Yeah.
You know what's funny, Steve? I said let's let Steve give his plum problem just in case it's similar to somebody else's. Mine's not the same. Mine's traffic related and stop sign related though. My plum problem was the opposite of what you say. My plum problem was people being too nice at like stop signs and like or like letting people on the roads. Like we're not following the rules of the roads anymore. Now we're like letting people go. I don't need to sit behind some jagoffs. Like finally deciding today that they're going to do their good deed and let somebody go ahead of them. Like no, somebody just go already. Don't like everybody waving and you're waving like they're waving back. Meanwhile, I'm late to a practice. I gotta get somewhere. Like I get so annoyed when people don't like when you're being overly polite when you're driving. I think that's actually ultimately dangerous. Probably not a stop sign as much, but anywhere like letting somebody pass you when they shouldn't be or letting somebody in when they shouldn't be. There are other vehicles in the area who don't know that you're doing that, right? Like let's obey the traffic rules. Let's just go with our days. We don't need to be extra nice in the car.
Can
Do
I
something
add on to
else.
that? Can I add to that?
Yeah.
When we're at a stop sign and it's my turn and you wave me on to go, and then you give me a look when I don't thank you, I'm not thanking you if it's my turn. And then my kids will look at me like they just let you go. Why don't you give them that wave thing that means thank you? No, it's my
'Cause
turn. I'm
I
not
was there
thanking them.
first.
Yeah,
I was there
it's my
first.
turn.
Yep.
Eh,
I do the
oh,
same
Damn it.
thing. I go, oh, thanks for letting me take my turn. That was really great of you. Thanks. That's
Oh,
awesome.
wow. Heroic.
yeah.
Bold move. Thank you.
Oh man. No,
So I have a question. I think my mom made this term up, and I've heard it for the last 30 years since we moved to Plum. And this is more for people that live in Holiday Park, I think, because the term Holiday Park's in this. But when people just roll through stop signs, and she swears this is a real term, and I've never heard anybody else say it, and I've lived in Plum since I was 12. When people just roll through the stop sign, have you ever heard it referred to as the Holiday Park glide?
no, that's something completely different.
See, I knew she made it up. She made it up.
Hold on. I think that might be real, actually.
Oh,
Is it?
I think it might be real.
You grew up in Holiday Park.
Yeah.
Is that a
I've
real
lived-
thing?
I think it is. It sounds like something I've heard before.
were you
That's
at
a
the
nice
house
word.
and she said it?
The Holiday Park glide?
Yeah, like you just roll through the stop sign, like you don't really stop and you just keep going. I've never heard anybody else say it except my mom, and she swears it's a real thing. And I swear, day one we moved to Plum is when she started saying it. I was like, "Where'd you hear this? We've been here for 14 minutes. Where'd you hear this from?"
I've never
Maybe
heard
she
that.
started it. Maybe that's why I heard it.
Maybe.
Oh man. Newman, is yours traffic related?
It is not traffic related. So my plum problem is just came across this last week. I'm not sure where the idea for this came from, but apparently there is a person on the Plum pages that offers their fenced-in yard for $10 an hour to let your dog run free in their yard for $10 an hour. That's it. Just no insurance, no license. Just hey, bring your dog over and give me $10 an hour. And I was like, this is not going to end well.
Yeah.
This is not going to end well. This is not a good idea. And there's people going back, oh, this is such a great idea. No, it's not a great idea.
They're
happens
saying
when there's
that, but
multiple
nobody's
dogs?
doing it, right?
Right. She said that people have done it already.
Whose
you
dog
have
is
to have a
running for
dog?
an hour?
Can I just
Yeah.
run around the yard for $10?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I was very confused. I was like, I went through the comments and I was like, oh my God, people are really like going back and forth with this person. Like, this is crazy. Somebody's
about
going to
children?
ruin this.
What about children? They won't even poop in the yard. Like that's
Children are
incredible.
20 for the hour.
What about an adult who just wants quiet away from their children?
I mean, I guess so. Knock on the
Let 'em
door,
run
give her
around there.
$10
That's
and you're
worth
there.
$10. Listen, for an hour away from my kids for $10, sign me up.
You should message Justin next time you see that post. Message.
I will
What
I
about
will tag
the host
all
of
of
the
you
Sour
in
Plums
it.
podcast to come there for an hour? How much would it cost? We'll just hang
Who
out.
could run around the longest? Who could run the longest without stopping?
I'm out.
Seriously. I
How big's the yard?
wouldn't stop running before Mike.
So
I would
it's
die
just
before I stopped running.
It's just
Why do I always catch strays? Why is it always me?
I mean,
you
I
just
don't
see a, you just see a
Like you the
picture of the
most.
yard. Like it's literally just a picture of a fence and a yard, and that's all. Like there's no added pictures. There's nothing else, and it says.
Did you
PM me
say
for
it's
the
in Holiday
address.
Park or just in Plum in general? You don't know.
I don't know.
That's
It
probably
was
this,
on
though.
multiple pages,
That's fun.
but it's a thing, and people commenting on it. Like I mean, it was my entertainment for probably a good 25 minutes.
Wow. Unreal. Big Cat.
I have a conclusion to my 3-part plum problem.
Yes.
All right, Mole Man.
Mole Man gets introduced, and then I see him in like the most awkward position ever. Legal or illegal, it happened. I'm not going to testify against the man. So whatever, he'll have his day in court. Then he went missing. I couldn't find him, and I got very worried about it. Me and Justin we bowed our heads for Mole Man, but I saw him and I spoke to him. I said, I haven't seen you out here. I was getting concerned. Without even missing a beat, he was like, "Oh, I've been out here. Bye. Nice talking to you." I don't know what I was hoping for. I'm glad he didn't stop. I didn't want to talk to the guy, but I'm glad he's all right. I'm glad he's still running. Cheers to the Mole Man.
Now that you got up close and personal, though, like, what's the age? Like, what is his age now? Do you know?
It's a enigma.
So are we talking like an octogenarian, or are we talking like somebody like your parents' age, your grandparents' age, an uncle? What are we talking here?
He'd be like your dad's friend that had like an uncle that worked on cars. Like, he's not really old.
I'm no closer to an age after that description.
I know.
He's
That
a
was the
guy,
most-
and he's got some hair, and
I don't
that's
know how
about
to
it.
explain it.
What were the streets again, Big Cat? So you don't even know.
Mike Thomas Way
Oh.
and Renton Road.
Oh, now you know. All right, good. We've 3
God
episodes.
bless you, Plum. The only two roads I've known.
Does anybody know Mole Man?
No one's coming forward. It's been radio silence on Mole Man. No one wants to claim Mole Man. No one wants to claim him. I'm bringing him on. I'm not gonna keep talking to him. We're gonna get this guy. This guy's gonna take us to the next level. I know it.
If we get him on as a host, he has to go shirtless.
Why do you require all the guests to go shirtless, Mike?
We've literally had no guests go shirtless.
Steve, that's your cue.
I was thinking about it. It's a little cold out here.
All right, guys. That was around the world there a little bit in the plum problems. A lot of plum problems this week. It was good. Newman, what's the latest Minority Report?
So for this week's Minority Report, gentlemen, we are going to the bathroom.
Now you're speaking my language.
That's exactly why I said it. All right. So these are 2 like life hacks for the bathroom. All right. So if you ever get a clogged toilet and the plunger is just not doing it for you, go get some saran wrap your toilet and cover everything. Make sure it's sealed. Flush the toilet, and then when it comes up, you push down on the saran wrap, and it works better than the plunger because it's all the air that's in the bowl is already getting pushed down. It's getting pushed down harder.
Have you tried this?
I have tried it. It's amazing.
I actually just saw a video of this like a week and a half ago, and I was like, "There's no way that's real."
It's
And
real.
now,
It's real.
Sour plums, Steve. Sour plums. Minority Report.
yeah, right.
I'm not giving chest compressions to my toilet, okay? I'm not giving my toilet CPR to get my shitty clog out.
Big Cat, I think it would be TPR.
Steve might spit his. He's going to spit his drink out.
Steve's squirting.
I made Steve squirt.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm all right.
You might have to call Greg to wade through the jungle of his yard to come resuscitate Steve.
He might not make it in time.
Oh, shit. I'll call him.
Greg listen. Is he a listener?
I don't know.
I think he's a part-time listener. I know he's
I feel
listened
like
a
he
few
has
times
to
at least.
something, yeah.
Yeah, he definitely has a few times. He's commented a few times. If he isn't, I'm uninviting him to thanks Friendsgiving. Like he's gone.
Part 2 of that is so there was a video that surfaced of someone that was on this podcast at one point in time unclogging a drain of hair, and it did not go well for him. So if you run into this issue, if you take a zip tie and you cut the zip tie every like 2 inches, and then you take it and you snake it down the drain and you turn it, it's going to catch the hair and pull the hair up, and it's going to get your drain unclogged.
Really?
Yep.
Can I add here? Like I've changed all the diapers. I've seen all the vomit from all the kids, but nothing makes me gag like unclogging hair from a drain and Does anybody else have
It
that
does
reflex?
not bother me in any way,
Oh,
shape, or form.
I heave. I do. I have to leave and I come back and
Your girls have thick hair too, don't they?
yeah. Oh,
See,
that's
my
brutal.
girls don't have we don't have that problem here.
My oldest especially has thick hair. Yeah. Ugh.
It's just muck and like lint and like just everything collected in there.
Yeah, so Shanna has the longest hair in our house, and it bothers her to clean it. Like it doesn't bother me, and I have no issue cleaning it. I'll do it, and it has never bothered me.
Well, for $10 an hour, you can come to my place. You can come to my bathroom and run around for an hour and like fuck my drains.
That concludes this week's Minority Report.
Mike, you have a would you rather?
Would you rather give up your cell phone for a month and everything that goes with it, or give up bathing for a month?
Steve, on the spot. Putting you on the spot.
I will fire my cell phone into the freaking forest. I cannot go even a day without taking a bath or shower, I should say. But losing my cell phone, nobody can get a hold of me. No one knows where I'm at. Good luck. Call me on my house phone. I'll get back to you when I get home. I'm out. That'd be the best thing ever. No social media. Wouldn't have to look at any idiots and all the stuff they're saying. See ya. I'm in my shower. Don't call me.
So Steve's a bath guy, huh?
I know when he said bath, I just pictured Steve in the bath for
With
some
some
reason. I don't know
bath
why.
bombs,
I
just
shouldn't have done that.
candles.
I shouldn't have done that, but I feel in
Candles.
full transparency. I had to mention to
Smells around.
Steve that I did.
Glass of
Bubbles.
whiskey
There's
beside-
bubbles. There's bubbles.
Lavender
Absolutely.
candle.
How about you, Big Cat? Where do you stand on this?
Do I bathe? I could. I mean, I could go a month. I'm not giving up my phone. I play
No.
games on my phone, and I like
Wow,
having it
okay.
for music and TikTok, and I could go a month without showering easily.
Okay.
I know, but I smell
Couldn't
really
do it.
good, actually. I smell really good. We've been together 20 years. She'll vouch that I smell good. So
Newman?
I would very easily give up my cell phone. There is no way in hell I'm going without bathing or showering or shaving, or I'm not
No.
doing any of that. I can use a computer. I can use a tablet.
Mhm.
I don't need my phone. I can
Loopholes.
use exactly. Give me my loophole, baby. I am showering and I'm on a computer.
Not a lot of loopholes in not bathing. Not a lot.
No.
Not a
Put some
lot.
Axe on. I'll just put some
Yeah.
Axe on for 30 days.
Ugh.
I got to tell you guys, and I'm with you, Newman and Steve. There's no way I'll give up my cell phone for all the good reasons Steve said too. Just things that I don't even think about right now that would be beneficial to me. Getting rid of social media just because it's gone. Those things would certainly improve my mental health. And I'm the kind of guy though. When I wake up to start my day, I have to shower to start my day, and then I have my cup of coffee, and then I can't on the weekends. I can linger around for a little bit, but work day especially, my day starts with a shower. It has to. I'm not working. I'm not doing anything until I shower.
Are you a
So-
shit shower shave guy?
Yes.
If I'm going out
Yes.
somewhere, definitely.
in
Yeah.
that order.
Yes.
I shave first, shower last.
I think
Interesting.
Justin was asking
Really?
if you shave. You're asking if you shave in the shower, right? Or
No.
you just ask.
No.
Oh, okay.
Shit,
said shit,
shower,
shower,
you shave.
shave.
Shit, shower, shave.
Oh, shit shower.
Oh
shave.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say opposite. I would say you shave then shower. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys shave first?
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
don't want to. I get all the water,
Yeah.
get all the
Yeah.
excess hair
Yeah.
and stuff off.
I just shave. I don't have to wet my face. I don't have to wet my face down because I'm getting in the shower. There's a little bit.
But you shave after you're showered. Justin?
Yes.
Justin's disturbed by our answer.
Yeah, but
Well,
guys,
I am.
Justin,
Well, Justin's doing it right.
he shaves every day and he gets a haircut every
He's doing it
Friday.
right.
So I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you shave after your shower because the water and the heat has already exfoliated your skin. So therefore, it's the best
Eh.
time to shave.
I mean, you
I
are
told
correct.
you.
I just prefer.
I told you he
the
was
other way.
right.
Well, no, you just use hot water when you shave.
I shave before my shower, but I have more.
After the shower.
No.
After
Me
the
and
shower.
Steve have a little more
Yeah.
foliage.
yeah, you do.
True.
I was gonna say girth.
I'm getting
but-
there. I'm getting there.
Not to get
I-
sidetracked. You said you shower in the morning, Drew. I'm a night shower guy.
Really?
Yes, I shower
So-
before bed.
See, I can't do that. I can't do it. I can shower before bed, but the thing with me showering before bed is I still have to shower when I wake up.
Yeah.
I mean, college, I was like a 3 shower a day guy. Right before I went to class, after I got back from class, And then after I came home from a night out, and then I would do it all over again. College was easier time though.
That stresses
you
me
had
out
time in your life
so
for 3
bad.
showers. You don't have that anymore. You don't have that anymore.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nope.
Not anymore. No.
So I went back and forth with this one because I'm like Drew. First thing in the morning, I get up, I got a shower. Like I literally wake up, turn the shower on, get my kids up, get them moving for the day, jump in the shower, get them breakfast and stuff like that ready. But I'm in sales. I have clients. I cannot give my phone up. Like it's my lifeblood for work. I can't give my phone up.
So you're not bathing for a month?
Really?
Yeah.
What about Teams? I have Teams on my computer. That's how I do all my calls. I don't let people call my cell phone.
I don't even know what my office phone number is because if I'm on the road, if I'm meeting with clients, there's a I don't like my business card does not have my office number on it. It has my cell phone number on it.
Okay.
So if I'm in meetings,
if you meet with clients and you don't shower, you're not going to have a job anymore, there, Chief.
I'm taking horse baths. So,
all right. Good luck with that one.
So
that was a good one, Mike. Came back from last week's debacle.
I was trying to put something about farting in.
He'll screw it up later. It's all good.
No, I think I have good segments this week.
Debatable.
Oh,
Andy,
piss off.
Yes.
Is it time to drop the grammar hammer on the people of Plum?
It is, Newman. We're back, and we're back with one of my favorites where I spell 5 words. You guys pronounce them, and we start with Mike always. And here's the order we're going to go in. We're going to go Mike, Steve, Big Cat, Newman. All right? That's what we're going to do. And we're going to start with an easy one. I'm going to spell the word. You pronounce it. Starting with Mike, Steve, Big Cat, Newman. Here we go. February.
February, the month? Is that what you spelled?
Yes. What was it again?
February.
Say it again?
February. I said the R.
Steve.
I say February also.
Very well. Big Cat.
February.
Feb what?
February.
February?
That's how I say it.
I know.
I'm trying to say it like I would say it.
Yeah.
My birthday is February 22nd.
There you go. Newman's got it. All right. Big Cat was the only one, but at least you know what? He was honest with us. It's how he says it, and we got him on that. That's fine. And Mike, I don't know if he was right. I had to ask him a few times.
You gave him too many. You gave him too many chances. He said it wrong the first time.
He was wrong. He was wrong.
No, piss off. I have 2
you
kids
don't
born in February.
You don't get to pronounce it until you get it right.
No, I have 2 kids with February birthdays, and I say it correctly.
Mike saying that reminded me of, are you saying Pan or Pam?
Panem.
Get out of my office.
The N is silent.
Are you saying Peyton or Peyton? Peyton.
Peyton Manning. All right, Mike. ACAI.
Oh, acai, the berry.
What was that?
Acai.
Acai?
I don't know.
Acai? Okay. Steve.
Okay. So I say this to mess with my fiance all the time. I know it's acai, but I say acai all the time, and she gets so mad.
Say it right again.
Acai.
Big Cat.
I don't ever say it, but I would say acai if I said it. I think.
Justin.
It's acai.
Acai, not ass. Acai.
Acai.
For the purpose of this game, yes, you're the right or you're wrong, and you're wrong.
I hope you walk into a dick mouth high.
I hope you trip on a Lego and everybody records it and they share it on the internet.
It was a puzzle.
I hope somebody signs you up for every marketing book.
Mike, you need to share that on the Sour Plums page. I'm telling you, you need to. We go viral, 3 or 4 hits.
What? Me falling?
Yeah, that's classic. You need to share that. It's fun.
That video never gets old either.
No. All right, Mike, you're 1 for 2.
I don't think Steve's ever seen it.
No, I haven't.
You are missing out, my friend. It is comedic gold.
Here you go, Mike. BOUQUET.
Say BOUQ. Say again.
BOUQUET.
Bouquet.
Steve.
Okay.
Big Cat.
Bouquet.
Justin.
A bouquet.
Okay, you guys. All right, 4 for 4. Great job. Great job. I was hoping for a bouquet there. I really was. All right, Mike. Niche.
Niche.
Steve.
Niche.
Big Cat.
Niche.
Oh, Justin.
It's niche.
Justin and Steve are right. Big Cat and Mike.
And I gotta come clean. I was gonna say bouquet.
For niche? For niche?
I think he means for the last one.
Oh. But you did say bouquet. It is bouquet.
I was gonna say bouquet.
Oh, you gotta
I
come
corrected it
clean.
because I heard Mike say it right.
Wow, you're 1 for 4 tonight.
I don't think I
Wow.
got any.
You're
It's
right.
okay.
It's
okay.
That's okay. It is okay.
You know what?
You're 0 for 4. It's okay.
I appreciate the fact that he went to say it and was like, "I'm not. No, I'm not going to say. I say this wrong all the time, and I'm going to give you the correct
I
answer."
didn't want to go down like that, but I gotta come clean. I can't go on without.
Appreciate the honesty.
All right,
Thanks, Steve.
here we go. This is an easy one for Mike. Easy for Mike. He knows all about it. BANAL. BANAL.
Please say it what I think you're going to say.
Banal.
Steve.
That's what I was going to say, banal.
Big Cat.
It's not banal, is it?
Yes, that's what I was looking for. I was hoping Mike would say it.
I thought for sure Mike was going to say banal. I thought for sure.
I don't know what this word is.
Banal.
You said it right. You and Steve, you guys said it right.
It's
I don't know what
banal.
it is, but I know I was not saying banal.
When Mike said it, I was muted, but I was like, "You're trying too hard."
I don't know. What does it mean?
Banal. Like it's sort of like
Like benign-ish, like it's kind
plain,
of
like
yeah,
boring.
like it's not really like meh.
yeah.
It's just meh.
Yeah. Benign, banal. Yeah,
That
almost
was a
like
very
that.
banal. That was a very banal description of the word.
It's very banal. Yeah.
It was very banal.
Painful anal.
On that note,
Whoops.
where's this show going? I don't even know what's next.
That's the litter box.
I'm gonna bring that back, Big Cat. That was
No, it
short-lived.
sucked.
That was
It
so
sucked.
short-lived. That was the Grammar Hammer, guys. That was a fun one. Good job to some of you. I want to give one more shout out to our sponsors. Thank you to Continental Comb, Tresco Concrete, the Jen Mascara Real Estate Team, Lulu's Pizzeria, Salute Beer Distributor, Busy Little Me, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self Storage, and of course, our newest sponsor, Nesbitt's Lanes. At Salute Beer Distributor, we are bringing you a large selection of beers from local and national breweries. Our extensive inventory includes craft beers, seasonal specialties, your everyday favorites, adult slushies, and an impressive inventory of non-alcoholic beers. Salute's inventory has something special for every palate. Come browse the aisles at Salute Beer Distributor, located on Route 286 in Plum, next to Shop and Save. You'll be glad you did.
Busy Little Me's is a residential cleaning company serving Plum and local communities. Housekeeping duties include house cleaning, disposing of rubbish, sanitizing services, dusting, vacuuming, mopping, scrubbing, etc., etc. We do custom-to-you cleans once a month, once a week, or every 9 minutes. We got you, sis. We've also been known to do decluttering and pre-clean cleans. That's a real thing. We can also polish a dirty face, scrub a doggo's filthy paws, or even spit shine your shoe. Laundry? Need linens washed? Done. How about your husband's gutchies? No prob. That ugly camisole your mother-in-law gave you? What was that? Just throw it away? Your secrets are safe with us. BusyLittleMe's.squarespace.com, BUSYLITTLEMES.SQUARESPACE.com.
Whether chaos in your house or chaos on the court, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self Storage has your back. Conveniently located in Plum at 307 Coxcomb Hill Road. Book online anytime. Don't miss out. Score 50% off your first storage rental with code GOAL.
Nesbitt's Lanes Incorporated, family bowling center specializing in open bowling, league bowling, bumper bowling, birthday parties, group events, fundraisers, all-night bowling parties, summer leagues, Sunday morning specials, in-house tournaments, junior bowling program, after-school bowling program, 412-793-5556. And when you book and mention the podcast for your child's birthday by the end of the year, the birthday child is free.
Now we're on to blind rankings, and as our fans know, this is where Mike has a category, and within that category, he lists 5 things individually, one at a time. We have to rate them before we know the other ones. And Mike, he's had some troubles with this lately, and we're hoping he gets back on track.
You mean he's going to list 4 things and one thing that makes no fucking sense?
Yes. Keep that in mind. If you haven't heard the thing that doesn't make sense, it's coming.
That one. That's it.
To clarify, I've had no issues with this. You've had issues with this.
Us and a lot of our
All of our
listeners. Yeah,
All of our
yeah.
listeners.
Yeah.
All
What
right.
if the
Here's-
loser of fantasy
all-
football?
Oh, go
Ooh,
ahead.
where's this going, Big Cat?
What
I like
if-
it.
What if the loser of the fantasy football league, maybe even just on this panel, has to eat a Thanksgiving dinner of Mike's bad side choices from the barbecue?
Oh, that's really good. Wow. You know what? That's really good, Big Cat. And I don't want to get sidetracked because Blind Rankings is one of our hits. But just a reminder to all the folks out there who love Thanksgiving as much as I do. Mike Devine, when you tag him, if you're a friend with him on Facebook, he loves when you take pictures of your Thanksgiving plate and you tag him. He loves that's like his favorite thing to do on Thanksgiving. He does. He quits watching football. He just sits there and all the posts he's tagged on. Yeah.
I heard he started ranking the plates. I heard he started ranking how they look.
Blind ranking the plates. There it is. New segment.
Do you know how this started? Do you know how this all started?
No.
I'm not sure anymore,
Miller,
honestly.
Steve, do you remember how this?
I'm
Steve,
sure I have a
think
guess.
Steve was one of the originals. Steve was one of the originals because I think he made a comment. Actually, I think he might have made the first comment about sharing his plate when I put this first. I think I shared a meme of
yep. Now I remember.
what's his name? What the hell's his name? The comedian.
Jim
He
Gaffigan.
talks about how
Who?
everybody's plates look the same. You don't have to share it on Facebook.
Gaffigan?
Yeah, he said we're all. No,
No.
I just guessed.
the really short guy.
Kevin
What
Hart?
the hell's his name? Kevin Hart. I couldn't think of his name. He
Wow.
Even to the black guy to pull that one out.
He said,
He said short
just,
guy.
just remember. He said, just remember, we're all eating the same shit for dinner tomorrow. We don't have to see a picture of your plate. And then Steve put a picture of his plate, and Jimmy said, everybody, let's share a picture of your plate. So for 4 fucking years, I've gotten a picture of everybody's. But I turned the tables starting 2 years ago, and I said, if you're going to share a picture of your plate, follow it up with a donation to the Sean Marcelino Foundation.
There you
And
go.
we raised a
Cause.
couple hundred bucks
Nice.
for Sean.
Worth it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well worth
Hashtag
it.
worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And now you get to rank them.
yeah. They're all a 10 because I love Thanksgiving dinner.
Aw.
So, anyway, all right. Tonight's blind ranking is the most dominant individual athletes,
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh.
and we're gonna take a snapshot of these individual athletes in their prime.
Okay.
All right.
I'll start with this, Mike. This is a great category.
Yeah.
Yep. Category. Fantastic.
Do not fuck it up.
I'm gonna
All
end
right.
up pissed.
No, this is a good one. So listen, now this isn't athletes in team sports. This is individual athletes. So think golf.
It's not a sport.
You've already screwed it up. I literally just said don't fuck it up. And the first thing you said next is fucked it up.
Not a sport.
No. Like boxing, golf, tennis, like individual sports, like where it's an individual athlete.
Kite flying? Is that going to be the next one too? The fuck are we doing?
Listen, just fucking rank them.
I hope
All
you
right,
have the
we're
break
going-
dancer from the Olympics on here.
Drew,
Done.
Pretty
Top
good.
five.
Drew, Steve, Justin, Big Cat. That's the order.
Okay.
All right, first
Can you
one.
repeat that?
Drew, Steve, Justin, Big Cat.
Thank you.
Tiger Woods.
I don't care for golf athlete in quotes. I like to start in the middle because you're going to do something worse. Tiger Woods at 3 because I just know you, Mike. It's Tiger Woods. There's going to be something else worse than Tiger Woods. There's got to be.
Yeah. Yep. I got him.
Great
at 3
golfer.
also.
Great
Yeah,
golfer.
Fantastic, but he's just it's Tiger.
Wait, where'd you put him?
I put him at 3 also.
I'm going to put Tiger Woods at 5 because golf isn't a sport, so you automatically go to 5. Unless
Also,
you give me a NASCAR driver and put him at 4.
He's the only golfer on the list. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he's going to 5. All right, he's going
Well,
to 5.
thank God.
Big Cat.
Tiger Woods is at 4 because he said tennis, guys. I think he gave a little foreshadowing.
Oh,
So-
good call, Big Cat.
And I'm sticking with my new strategy.
Well,
Tiger Woods is at 4.
okay.
Tennis is much more athletic than golf. Go ahead.
All right, Serena Williams.
Yep, I knew that. I knew when he said when tennis was coming. Yep. Okay.
Phenomenal athlete. Based on where I have Tiger Woods, I got to put her at 2. Serena Williams.
I'm gonna put her at 4 because I feel like there's gonna be two other ones at the top. They're gonna be better than that.
In her sport. in her prime, you're not touching Serena Williams.
Mhm.
She is going at number 2 just because I don't trust Mike.
Well said, Justin. I'm gonna go one better because I'm not blowing the number 1 spot this time like I did last 2 weeks. Serena Williams at 1.
Nice.
Smart play, Big Cat. Smart play.
All right.
Clap for himself.
Next one, Roger Federer.
Is this gonna be a whole tennis list? Wait, I thought there are some golfers. I mean, if Serena Williams is 2, I'm gonna go 4. I'm hoping there's somebody that's just I don't know. I had 4.
Fuck. I'll go with 2 because there's gonna be somebody way worse. I feel like, and I'm saving that 5 position, and I feel like maybe Mike has somebody at 1 that I'll like. Yeah, I'll go 2.
I'm holding out hope.
I'm putting Roger Federer at 4 because even in his prime, there's still better male tennis players than Roger Federer. So
Mhm.
he's going to 4.
I'll be honest, I really like how my list is shaping up, and we might have to post it on the Sour Plums and vote for is my list the best. Roger Federer at number 3.
I'm gonna put Ronda Rousey at 5. I'm not saying it's not athletic. It's not my cup of tea. So I don't have enough knowledge on her athletic prowess other than I hear her shit talk on
In
clips.
her prime, though, that she was she was dominant. Like,
yeah.
I'm
you
gonna put
could
her.
be wrong.
I'm gonna put her at 5 because she was extremely good at judo, but when she faced somebody who was a striker, like home, she got buried,
Home.
and then she came back and tried to. I forget who she tried to fight the next fight, and they were a striker and just beat the crap out of her.
The
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, that's
She was
what I
good.
would. That's what I would have said had I had any knowledge about it.
Her wrestling was fantastic, but when it came to striking, she did not like to get hit, which was the same as Brock Lesnar. Great wrestler. When you hit him, that was a wrap for him.
I like this. I'm going to put Ronda Rousey. Oh, God. Here we go. I'm going to put Ronda at number 3 and hope to God it doesn't come with a fucking
Oh, I only got 1 left. Shit.
Me too. That's why I'm worried.
I have
So I'm
one
gonna
left
put Ronda
also.
at 3.
the last one's a slam dunk.
It better be.
Big Cat.
I'm going to put Ronda at 5, not because she wasn't a great athlete. I just think it's a little harder for fighters to come back to where they were after they get beat. I think Serena has come back better in her career over the years. And once a fighter gets beat, you've literally been punched in the face until you quit or lose. So it's harder for them to come back and be as good as they were before.
All right, last one.
If
on
this
the
is
list.
not Michael Jordan, I am driving to your house. And
He's not an individual athlete.
That's what I'm saying, Justin. He screwed us. I said that from the beginning. He changed the rule. He had a great category. He immediately said no team sports.
My God, I didn't even think about that.
I know.
Here
But
we
this
go.
was a slam dunk. This guy's still reigning supreme. Joey Chestnut.
Jesus
and there it is.
Christ.
You know what? I'm
And-
happy about this.
And there it is.
I love that.
No.
Chestnut's an easy number 1.
No, he wouldn't even be on my list. He wouldn't even be on the paper I'm writing on right now. But he's number 1 because I had to play the game. I could boycott. I might. Steve, you already said it. Yeah,
one.
yeah.
If I had to rearrange the middle of my list, I would switch them around, but the 1 and 5 I'm happy with.
I would drop him to 5 and move everybody up 1. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. I'm pretty happy with the rest of it.
Justin's offended.
He's so mad.
He's hurt.
I,
All the years that you've known him, Mike, how could you set him up for this?
Should have known. Should have known Mike was
he
going to fuck
he
this.
comes with it. He does.
Damn it.
He might be the most finely tuned athlete of our time.
Yeah.
Big Cat, your turn. I'm not even answering this question. Done. Fucking done. Done.
So I have to put him at 2 because I went with a certain strategy this week. It's not perfected, but I think by next week I'll have it that I'm putting out solid lists every
He has
time.
the algorithm figured out.
But the way
Big
that
Cat
Mike
cheat code.
Yeah.
the way that Mike glazes Joey, you talk about this man, you talking about people seeing Jordan in his prime. So I guess 2, he's sitting good between 2 tennis players. What is this list?
What?
A
what's
Mike
your-
Devine special. That's what this list is.
We know your list starts with Joey Chestnut, right, Mike?
My man is the American dream. He is unbelievable at his sport. He is untouchable.
Again, not a sport.
He trains harder than anybody you've ever seen before in any sport.
If it was
He
a
is
sport,
the Michael Jordan of hot dog eating.
Stop talking right now. Next
Then
segment.
I have
Segment.
Let me finish my list. Then I have Ronda Rousey. Although it was shorter lived than most of these people in her prime, until she did lose, she was unreal. I mean, most of her fights didn't go to the first round, 30 seconds or less. She was until somebody did get a hand on her, she wasn't beatable. Serena, I agree with everything you guys said. Serena Williams there was some men that she was going to beat, and she's just unreal to watch. Even when she was ready to retire, like that, her last match, I got to watch that. And at her age, I forget how old she was when she retired, but at her age, she was still hitting the ball. Unreal. Tiger Woods,
Not an
he
athlete.
changed, but he changed golf. And then Roger Federer, I wasn't a big fan of his on this, even on being on this list, but he was on several lists as far as individual athletes, so I put him on.
I was waiting for Mike to say that Michael Jordan is the Joey Chestnut of basketball.
If you want to,
Newman would jump through the screen. Newman would jump through the screen and just murder you, choke you out.
Headphones go off here.
I would need a new computer.
I do often wonder where Joey Chestnut would be if the other guy who got disqualified,
Kobayashi,
where
the other
where-
non-athlete.
Respect him.
Yeah, I wonder if he wasn't disqualified, where he would be. But
Steve,
and that's this week's blind
Didn't
rankings.
they have their?
It was on
Didn't they have a
Netflix.
competition on Netflix this year?
Oh, did they? I missed that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How the hell did you miss that?
How did you
on
miss
Labor
that
Day.
of all people?
I
It was
didn't
on
see
Labor
it.
Day, and
Well-
Chestnut crushed him.
Did he?
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
Kobayashi's been out of the game for a long time
Yeah.
though. So
Out of the game. Steve, how does that compare? How does playing the game on the show compare to sitting and listening to it, or however you can take our podcast?
It's a lot
in?
different. It's because you're on the spot here. Like in my car, I'm like, whatever. I can listen and I can kind of figure it out through, like as you guys are saying it. But when you're here, it's like, hey, you're up. You got to go.
There you go. Fun? You had fun doing that?
Oh yeah.
All right. Mike's got one more thing for us. I got to say, the top 5 that Mike, we've been pretty bad the last 2 weeks. We've only gotten 1 right out of 5. So, Steve,
you got to bring us back, Steve.
you got to bring us back.
This.
You're the
I do like this
spokesperson.
segment.
You're the
All right.
spokesperson, so you got to help us here.
I really like this one. So now, normally what I do is I find a top 10 list, and you to get the top 5. I found 3 different articles that listed these out, and I could only get to 10. So to 8. So there's only 8 that I could find. You only need the top 5 though. This is the top 5 toughest positions to play in sports.
Ooh.
According to who, though?
According to the 3 different articles, all 3 articles had all 5 of these in the same spots.
In the same order, so their top 5 was the same on 3 different articles.
Yeah, the
All right.
last 3 were all the same. The last 3 were in different order, but the top 5 are all in the same order. Okay, so these are across. I'm going to say the 5 major sports, which should give you a hint as to where one of them might fall. Makes sense. Drew looks confused. He doesn't realize there's 5 sports. Steve looks like he got
What's
it.
the 5th major sport? Soccer. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was the one I wasn't.
Yeah, it's soccer.
I wasn't picking up on that.
Yeah,
one.
it was soccer.
all right. So 1 to 5, you get 3 strikes. Steve, you're the spokesperson. Talk it through.
I would say quarterback has to be on this list because you have to know everything for everyone for what each position, each other 10 person on your team is doing. You have to know that. So
It's got to be on top 5.
It has to be. Quarterback
That's
has to be
safe,
on there.
right?
I feel like that's got to be on there.
Goalie for hockey has to be on
Goalie
there.
goalie for
Or
hockey
soccer.
has to be on there.
Or
Yeah,
both.
For hockey.
Or both.
No, it's
I think
goalie-
goalie for hockey would be harder than goalie for soccer.
yeah, because you're not facing goalie
Yeah.
for soccer. You're only facing a few, really 10 shots a game, maybe.
Right.
What about in
Alright.
baseball, catcher? I'm just
I
throwing it
would
out
almost
there.
say-
If I had to pick baseball, that would be what I would.
I think it would be pitcher
I
because
was
you
gonna
have
say
to be
pitcher,
more.
maybe.
You have to be more
Yeah.
precise, and the pressure's on you more than any other player on the field.
Yep.
Yeah, because if you screw up as a pitcher, it's your team's toast immediately.
Yeah, any other position, like you have backup out there, like infielders can cover each other's positions, outfielders can cover for the outfielders. So pitcher, you're on an island, literally on an island. Look at me go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hockey,
All I'll
Well,
say
here's-
is
here's something to
toughest to play, and there's only so many catchers. There's a lot of pitchers.
True, that's true.
Very,
That's true.
I'm just throwing it out there for
Yeah.
for future dialogue. Go ahead, Big Cat. Sorry about that.
If we get it wrong within the sport, how risky is it to go for a second position in that
in
same
that sport, right?
Yeah.
So let's save baseball for
We might have to
third or
double
fourth.
back if we
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
get one right.
The obvious ones to me are goalie and quarterback.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? First
Stay
guess.
safe. I say stay safe and go quarterback with the first.
I do
answer.
too. It's got to be
All
top
right.
5.
Let's go with quarterback.
This was going to be your first guess, and I knew it was going to be your first strike, but I think it's also going to be your only. I think it's going to be your only strike too. Quarterback is number 6.
Wow.
Do you know what?
Just
do you know what you have
outside the
to
list.
like? Do you have to know everything? You have to know where all those guys are. That's unreal to me.
So, if you're staying in
So,
football, I would guess it would be the center. Would be my next guess,
My
or a linebacker.
my
we're
next
running defense.
guess, maybe like a field goal kicker.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I mean-
that's unexpected.
How
That's-
can you? I couldn't kick a 40-yard field goal.
Well, that's why I always love when McAfee does the thing on
every
game
week.
day, because everyone talks shit. Everyone's like, "Oh, I could do that." All right, try it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Yes, I've done it, but it's not.
Do you
easy.
think goalie's safer though? Do we want
I-
to start and get
I
Yeah,
think
something
say
right?
goalie,
And it,
but keep
hockey,
it vague. Don't even say the sport. Just say goalie.
is that allowed,
Is that allowed?
or is it specific?
Okay, just say it.
Say
Say
goalie,
goalie?
Steve. Just say goalie. See
Goalie.
what
Say
happens.
goalie.
Okay, more specific.
Damn.
Hockey.
Hockey.
Goalie.
Okay, that's number 5.
Ooh, all
Wow.
right.
Okay.
Okay.
Hockey
Do we risk
goalie.
saying soccer goalie? Because out of all the positions on a soccer field,
That's
that
the
is-
hardest one.
That's the hardest one.
You only
Yeah.
face 10 shots, but man, that's a big ass goal.
Exactly.
Let's say it,
Oh, it's-
Steve.
Soccer
Yeah.
goalie.
That's technically not the term for it.
It's a keeper.
right-
It's a
Oh, yeah,
keeper.
yeah.
It's a keeper.
Number 4. Good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got 2 out of
Steve,
5.
you know how committed Steve is. He said football. That's what he was gonna say.
Yeah.
I like that.
He was
Yeah. Football.
I like it. I like the dedication.
All right. So
Basketball. There's no real
I'm
hard
not.
position.
I'm not. Yeah. I'm not. I'm not
I
putting
mean,
basketball. I'm not putting basketball
no.
in this conversation because
No.
the positions
I'll-
are interchangeable.
I'll tell you this: there is one basketball position on the list, but it's not in the top 5. Do you
Okay.
want to guess? Do
I
you want to
was
guess that is?
It was
I would
point
say
guard.
point
Point
guard.
guard.
Point guard. It's
Yeah.
number
Definitely
8.
point guard.
I don't know shit about basketball, so
That's a
Would have to
that's a
be point
quarter.
guard.
That's a quarterback of the basketball court. That's my
Correct. All right. So we've got
the 2 goalies.
soccer and hockey covered. So
Mhm.
baseball. Well, football still has to be on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Football
All
definitely
right.
has to be on there.
Let's go baseball because it's either pitcher or catcher.
You heard our argument, Steve. Now you make the decision.
Does the catcher make a lot of like calls from behind the plate,
catcher
like
calls
defensively,
all the
for the pitcher. He
pitches.
calls
That's what-
all the
that's what
pitches.
my thought was.
Hard
He has
on
to-
his knees all
Yeah.
the time.
getting run into like full
Yeah.
full force?
I would lean more pitch or catcher than pitcher. I
Yeah.
would
I'm-
lean closer to catcher.
I'm going catcher.
1.
Yes.
Look
Good
at
Yes.
that.
job, guys.
us.
Everybody,
I don't think
really
we've ever
good
gotten
job.
the first one before. We've
No.
never
Really
gotten
good
number one
job.
ever. Woo!
No, you
Steve
guys,
is
the
Steve
very
is
first
it.
one you got McDonald's was the first one.
Oh,
wasn't
that's
it?
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. So
All right.
catcher, keeper. All right. So we got baseball. So now we
So-
go football.
Number 2 is probably the hardest one on this list, and I think you'll get number 3. You could get number 2, but it's probably the toughest one.
Okay. So, all right. So we've
That
got
throws me off.
Yeah, it throws us off too.
because
but
he also
probably for the
said we were only
best.
going to get one strike, but now he was like, I don't know if you'll get it. So
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
you
that's-
could definitely get it, but it's probably the hardest one of the top 5.
all right. So we've got
We've
Baseball.
narrowed it down. Basketball's out.
yeah. Let's not.
punter.
Goalie and hockey. Is there another?
The other positions in hockey are all difficult, but they're not like
They're interchangeable for the most
Yeah.
part.
There's
there's
nothing
nothing that
that-
stands out
No.
necessarily above goalie. That's what the first thing I thought was hockey goalie because they're absolute nutcases.
100-mile-per-hour hockey pucks coming at
Yeah.
you. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So in turn, like soccer is also kind of out unless there's a position that does.
There's
more.
no other position in soccer that's going to stand out. They're all obviously they all have their own importance and their own skill set,
Yeah.
but you're not
You're not touching that
can
level
I-
of
right.
Do we have 3? Right?
You have 1, 4, and 5.
Can I make an argument for something that doesn't seem obvious? Because I hear about it a lot. You know how in football, like that third year is usually big for wide receivers. Why is that? Because it's a difficult position to learn and master when it comes to route running, doing all of those things. I'm just throwing that out there as something that could be like not like
Like a weird
not
off the
so
wall one.
Yeah, I want to, like, if we get down to the end there and we're feeling like something, I feel like that could be something that's like that's there, because I hear that all the time. Third year is a breakout year because they finally figured it out.
It's not just about going out there and running around.
Right.
It's about being where you need to be when the quarterback's going to be.
Just throwing it out there.
Especially
couldn't
if
imagine,
if you're a next level receiver too, you're going to be double, maybe triple covered in those.
You have to
later
find
years.
the ball in the air. You have to be able to run and catch the ball while moving, and also brace for a hit.
Yeah. Do we think kickers though is obvious though? Should we guess that?
I'm going to say this about kicker, and maybe this removes it from our list. That it might be difficult for average person, but if you know the form, if you know the technique, you've got all the protection in the world. You're rarely getting run into, and most of them are most can be chip shots because of
They're
the
kicking
technique.
50 yarders,
But
like
you
20
have
yarders
to do
nowadays.
this within like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, it is instant. Like, you think they have a lot of time. You do not have a lot of time.
What about like real obscure, like Holder?
I wouldn't go that far.
I would not.
I
wouldn't.
I don't
that
think
might
that's
be
hard.
too obscure.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that deep.
I think you could put anyone there.
I think kicker's a good one.
How
so
we
if
feel
it's
about
not
that,
quarter,
guys?
so quarterback was a no. So quarterback was. Do you say quarterback was number
6?
6 on the list, right? All right. So
That's our
quarterback
only
was 6.
strike.
So if we're ranking football, it's either we think it's center, kicker, or wide receiver. I would take linebacker out.
Okay. And I'll throw one thing in there for baseball, only because I don't know if it's considered a position. I don't know if we're getting this fine, but like closer.
That's still a pitcher. I mean, that would just be pitcher in general. I don't think it would just
Okay.
be that specific.
I feel like it falls under that umbrella.
Yeah.
I want to. I like kicker.
Okay.
You do it up, Steve.
I like kicker.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Strike 2.
Oh shit!
That was our obvious one. Shit. That was our obvious one. That's tough.
All right. So are we stuck on a football position? Because football position, there's no football position that we've
We
said
have to
yet.
get this next one right
Yeah.
to at least have a chance of finishing.
And it's 2 or 3. These are the hardest. Consider the hardest 2 and second and third hardest.
What's the first hardest? Hockey goalie?
Catcher.
Catcher.
Okay, catcher. And then, I mean, would pitcher be right after it? Is like we kind of talked about how that's you got to be on your game. You got to have an arm. Not everyone can do it. Or are we going third time's a charm with football?
Yeah, but in football, we don't. As a wide receiver, as a center, like we don't. We can't narrow it down. But we've said pitcher.
Hockey's out, right? There's nothing else in hockey.
There's nothing else in hockey.
Hockey's
There's
out,
nothing else in
soccer's out.
soccer.
Let me give you a hint. So you're in the right 2 sports with football and baseball.
Okay.
No.
Save football for last. Get through baseball.
All right.
Then pitcher. Pitcher's the only other answer. Like there's no.
Yeah.
All 7 other positions. You're out there.
Is first base out of the question?
As a first baseman, yes.
Okay.
Yes, because whenever there's certain like position players or outfielders, especially that like get later in their career, they'll like, oh, let's just
Throw you
confirm
in
the first
base.
baseman.
Okay.
Throw you in first base.
Think Pedro Alvarez when he got the yips and threw everything into the third row, they put him to first base.
It's definitely not first base.
I'd say pitcher.
Pitcher has to be the answer.
Let's go pitcher.
Okay,
Something
more specific.
Closer.
Closer
Nope,
pitcher.
Starting
Right.
pitcher. Or do you want to go starting pitcher?
We're starting
You think
pitcher or
closer?
closing pitcher?
You think closer? All right, we'll go closer then.
We'll go closer.
Closer. Okay, relief pitcher. Yes, number 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What's
yeah.
that number?
Number 3.
3. Number 2 is the last one.
Now I'll tell you this. It's in football. You have not said this position yet.
Okay, interesting. I was gonna say I don't think it would be center. Not to cut any of my center brothers out, but
Long snapper?
Left
No way.
tackle.
Be a safety or a cornerback?
Left tackle.
Tackle, because you have
Left
to
tackle,
protect
especially.
the quarterback.
Yes.
yeah,
Left tackle, specifically left tackle.
Left tackle.
Everybody says that's the key.
Are we ruling out any defensive position over left tackle?
Defensive linemen just run into people. Linebackers do call, if they're captains, they call plays, but they're just
That's just repeating.
safety.
What's those?
Safety or cornerback? I mean, I would say
like
left tackle. Left tackle.
Let's run it. Left tackle.
Left.
It's probably right tackle.
Strike 3.
Damn it.
Hard.
Damn it.
Number 2 was cornerback.
Cornerback. I said
Really?
cornerback.
Really?
Really?
Oh.
And in left tackle was number 7.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All
No, at
right.
least we got
Good job,
a lot on
Justin.
the list, too.
Hey, we did a lot better than we
That
have
was a
been,
nice.
so
That was a nice pull.
great
Yeah.
job, team.
Yeah.
Great job, Steve.
That's a good job.
I like all of our thought process during that really was good.
That was fun.
Yeah, we talked through that well.
Yeah.
Steve, you were the number one
enjoyed
guest so
listening to that
far.
one.
You enjoy listening to us talk and say the wrong things. Like, it has to be good. It has to be really fun for Mike because he's
These
just
idiots.
Yeah.
These idiots.
No,
He's like, we're close. You're close.
There you go.
No, I really enjoyed listening, especially this one. Like, obviously, we all love sports, but I really enjoyed listening to you talk through each and every one of these to hear how you got to where you got. But that was a good one.
That was a good list, Mike.
Nice.
That was
Well done, Mike. Well done.
Good job,
Can
Mike.
you say that again?
hat tip.
No,
Mike
absolutely
Devine.
not going to say
I
that.
really
Speaking of
had
hat
fun
tips,
this-
anyone else notice that Mike's wearing a pit hat?
Yeah.
Love it. I made that comment the other. I was at his place a couple weeks ago. I said, "You're wearing a pit hat,
Confused by
talking
that.
all this shit about Penn State." He knows. He knows. He knows
You
what the
know who else
future is.
knew?
Uh-oh.
Joe.
Joe.
Listen,
That
Listen.
was my brother.
I'm not one of these blind people who doesn't think that Joe didn't know. I was a huge Joe supporter until I read the free report and saw everything come out, and I hope to God that Joe is rotting in hell looking up at us right now.
So
All right, I'll give you that.
I have a joke. If an older woman is called a cougar, somebody that likes little boys and Nittany Lion.
That's not funny. I think aren't they called a priest?
Well, I love that we've
Yes.
just offended 3/4 of our viewers tonight. That's what I personally love.
Diddy.
I love
And there it is.
We
4/5.
just got everybody.
There's a percentage there. There's a percentage there.
Mike, do we have any voicemails tonight?
We only have one tonight.
Huh. Wonder who
No.
it's
Who it's
from.
from?
It's weird. I haven't listened to this one yet.
First time caller.
People Plum, it's me, Jim McBride, long-time listener, first-time caller. Welcome back to Jimmy's Inside Scoop. My question today is actually for your guys' guest, Steve. I saw Greg offered to let you use his yard for, Halloween next year to make it a little bit bigger. How does his grass height help or hurt you? Like, you might be able to hide things in there. Just thinking out loud. So looking forward to hear your answer. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.
So yeah, before he even mentioned that I could use his yard, I said, I'm not cutting your grass also, because if I know I put stuff there, I'm going to have to take care of it and I'm going to fix it. But yeah, it's tough, living next to somebody with that long of grass, because by the time they get to his house, they don't even realize that I have stuff set up for Halloween. They have to get in front of my house. They just see lights coming up from behind the grass until they get there. And it's like, oh yeah, here's that house we're looking for.
I suggested Steve make it a safari theme.
That's, what I could probably do like a maze. I could probably cut a maze all through the yard too.
What if Steve, what if it was stay with me now. I don't know if you remember this. You're my age, so maybe you do. You're my age-ish. What about a Honey I Shrunk the Kids theme, where like everybody's
with the big ant.
with the big ant, everybody's so small with all the big high blades of grass with Greg's
Yeah.
lawn. Everybody, normal sized people, would just be like kind of like.
But
they
then
got
Steve
shrunk.
would have to Home Depot it and go buy the 70-foot skeletons, and
Yeah.
it would just be pointless.
Can I just say that scene where the ant dies in that movie was one of the saddest scenes
It's
of any
heartbreaking.
movie of our childhoods.
That's heartbreaking.
Ugh.
Atreyu and Never Ending Story.
Yes, that also.
I would
Hey,
actually
Mike,
go.
that's a top 5 list for you. Most heartbreaking scenes in movies.
Oh,
I
I
would
like
go
that one.
Piggy in Lord of the Flies.
Oh, poor
Mm.
Piggy.
That one
Heartbreaking
got me.
deaths, I
good.
guess you could say.
Poor
Yeah,
one.
that's
out.
a good.
one
That's a
got
good
me.
one.
That one got me.
Well, Greg Acero's catching strays all episode.
It really is.
I want to hear about this in a couple of weeks. I'm going to buy him a lot of beer for Thanksgiving. So, all right. Anybody have any shout outs tonight?
Yeah, I have one. So obviously Sean passed away like 4 years ago, and of all my kids, well, Chase doesn't really remember Sean, which is kind of sad actually. But of my 3 kids, Penny took Sean's passing the hardest. She's 9 now, so she was about 5 or 6. And every year they do a Veterans Day assembly at Pivot, and she looks forward to this day every year because she invites her favorite veteran to Veterans Day, which is Sean's dad. And she talks about it all year, every year. We ran into Sean's dad, I think in like July at Aldi. And first thing she said to him was like, "Are you going to Pivot this year?" And I text him every year when we get the invite. And every year without fail, he goes there. He meets them for breakfast. He spends the day with them. He goes to her classroom, tells stories about when he was in the Army. And it means so much to her that he does this. And she said yesterday he was showing her pictures of Sean, talking about him, started to tear up a little bit. And with how close she was to Sean, it is like one of her favorite days of the year, like I said. And just a shout out to him for always being there for her for that day. She looks forward to it so much every year.
That's awesome, Mike. That's great.
I'm not following up with that. There's nothing I
it's
can say. Yep, nope, I'm out. I'm done.
Shout out to the Steelers. They're doing good. I'm hyped on Russell. I'm hyped.
It is Ravens
Mr.
week.
Unlimited.
Unlimited.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Mr. Unlimited. I love it, dude.
You know,
It feels good.
Can I piggyback off that Big Cat? I think being an outsider to Russ Wilson all those years, kind of had that outside perspective. Like, he's just a goofball. Whatever that Bronco thing was, the ride.
Let's
thing.
ride.
Broncos
Let's
country.
ride. Yeah,
Let's ride.
what I've seen since he's been in Pittsburgh is a dude that goes to Children's Hospital like every day, like every
That's
single
amazing.
freaking day. Yeah, and so I got to say, I'll eat crow. I was wrong about Russell Wilson, the human, which is the most important part. The football player is secondary, and thankfully, even in his mid 30s, he's still a damn good football player. So, kudos to Russ Wilson. I was wrong about him. And I'll give a quick shout out now that we've actually
Wait. Can I follow up on that, on the Steeler part of it?
Yeah.
You know what I think makes him stand out above anything else is he's having fun with this game, because if you watch that game, at the end of the game, when he drew that guy off sides, did you see how into that play he was?
So pumped.
Pumping his fist.
Yeah.
So pumped.
He is having fun out there, and that's why he's different than Kenny was last year. That's why he's different than Rudolph was before. And, I mean, Ben's the last quarterback we had that was having fun, but Russ is just out there playing backyard football, having a great time, and that's why he's successful right now.
Well, that last play, Mike Williams didn't know the play. Like, he got pushed into it, and Russ told him what to do, and he caught the
because
ball.
Kelvin Austin was out because he got hurt. Yeah.
Yep. I was on the Steelers bandwagon for 3 hours. I appreciated that, boys.
Oh, welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Justin.
1 o'clock p.m., I was a huge Steelers fan.
Yeah.
4 o'clock,
Good.
I took that jersey off, put my Eagles jersey back on. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
I'm going to mention really quickly, probably just listen to the podcast, but so Heidi Burgess runs like a lot of the cheer programs in Plum, and she's out after this year. But my daughter was had her first All-Star practice tonight at the Wolverina, and I got to talk to Heidi a bit, and she said some kind of words about Autumn, and what Autumn's done with cheers. She went from a shy, kind of anxious young girl who was not very vocal, and she became what Heidi described inside of cheer as a leader and someone who's stepping up and coming out of her shell. And that's been a lot of the last 3, 4, 5 years. So congratulations to Heidi on her being done with cheer, because I know that's a lot of her life. But I want to thank her for what she's done for my daughters. Both of them are in cheer, and it takes a lot of dedication, a lot of volunteering from parents in a community to make that stuff work, as you all know. We all know that. But so thank you, Heidi.
Heidi Burgess is a peach. She helped me out when Deuce is in 4th grade. She was team mom. So Heidi, I know the work that she puts in. She's a fantastic human being.
Absolutely. Well, hey guys, thanks for another great show. Steve, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me. It was great.
Jeff,
Fun,
you want to do it again sometime?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Season 2 next year?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. By the way, we didn't mention it. This is episode 20. This is a big.
Look at
there
this
are people who said we wouldn't make it to 2, and after Mike and I's first episode, we weren't sure we'd make it to episode 2, but we brought on Big Cat, and we brought on Justin eventually. We got guest hosts. We got a good program. So I appreciate you guys, and thanks for a good show, Steve.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Drew's going to get
It's
a tattoo now.
No, Drew is not. Drew is not getting a tattoo. All right, guys. Thank you for listening to Sour Plums. Like this episode, subscribe to our channel on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, and Steve's favorite, Apple Podcasts. Share if you care. We're out.
Deuces.
Bye.
Stay gold, pony boy.